I have a couple of particular questions that I want to ask you about, but give us some insight and some back as to your background before 2020. How did it build up to this, to the point where you're at?
So my main business, I guess you could say my trade, what I'm an expert at is debt collections.
Yeah.
That's my industry. I opened my first agency in 2012. I got into the business in 2005. I opened my first agency, my own company, my own business in 2012. And everything was good. I was coasting. I started with, 4 people, and I got up to about 35 employees in 2-3 years. And I hired a good GM. So I kind of handed the reins over to him in 2016. So for 4 years, I was just building the company, kind of finding what works for me. And then in 2016, I kind of handed the operation over to GM, and I was just spending all time with family, with my kids, being a baseball coach, dad, and all that stuff. And I was just kind of enjoying the money I was making. I was making like $300 to $500K a year. I was traveling. I got married. I bought a house. I was like living the absentee owner life.
Yeah.
And I would go to Christmas parties. We throw Christmas parties. My employees didn't even know who I was. They're like, I thought the white guy was the owner. I'm like, no, that's the general manager. I'm the owner. And 2019, I caught a lawsuit by Navy Federal Credit Union. Almost put me out of business. I literally had like $40K in the bank at the end of 2019. I had 35 employees, $40K in the bank. I'm like, I don't even know how I survived, bro. I don't know how I survived.
Dude, that's a very short runway.